Oh, we are seeing this, your boy, and today what I've got for you is the F1 2015 Japanese Grand Prix. As you can tell by my voice, I've got a little bit of a cold, a little bit of a sore throat going on. I've had it for a few days, so apologies for my voice, apologies if I cough a lot, so yeah. So with that out of the way, let's get into this review. Also as well, I'm going to be uploading the 2015 Aragon Grand Prix, because the MotoGP Aragon Grand Prix is on the same day as well as the Japanese Grand Prix. So yeah, after this will be the Aragon Grand Prix review. So yeah, let's get right down to it. So in practice it was wet, so nobody really just set any times, to be honest. So yeah, it was only until Saturday when we finally got some dry running going on, and yeah, and a lot of people setting really quick times. But it was back to normal service for the Mercedes, as they were back on top. Rosberg ahead of Hamilton by 5/10 after P3, so yeah. So going into qualifying, going into Q1, a lot of the drivers went out onto the track trying to set quick times. We saw a spin going on for Ericsson. Ericsson clipping the Astro just before Spoon. That lost the rear and almost put it in the barriers. He was very lucky not to hit the barriers, so yeah, he managed to keep going, so yeah, good on him for keeping on going. And then in the end, it was the two subbers who were out of Q1 as a result. Rossi didn't complete a lap time because he had to back off on his hot lap when Ericsson spun, and plus I think he made a mistake on his final run in the final. No, he actually had to back off because of Verstappen. Excuse me, yeah, Verstappen at the end of Q1 had problems. His car just gave up on him coming out of the hairpin, and stopped on the curb, stopped in the outer curb of the hairpin there. So unfortunate for him, but that's racing. So yeah, hopefully he can make a good comeback, a good charge in the race. So yeah. Moving into Q2, nothing much really happened, to be honest. The two Mercedes fastest, Rosberg over Hamilton. So Rosberg really beating Hamilton by a long way, to be honest, 5/10. So Rosberg really getting to grips with the track more than Hamilton is. So yeah, but in the end, it was Alonso who was out of Q2, who did get out of Q1. He was out of Q2. Followed by the usual suspects being the Force Indias, I believe the Toro Rossos as well, of the Toro Rosso of Sainz. So yeah, unfortunate for them lot. And then going into Q3, that was when the big boys came out on the track. That's when the big boys did all their talking. And on the first run, we saw Nico Rosberg putting a blistering lap time. Hamilton tried to beat it but couldn't. And the reason why he couldn't beat it, because he locked up. He did the same thing as last year, which cost him pole, which was locking up going into the hairpin, which cost him time and cost him a chance of getting on pole. So unfortunate for Hamilton there, but he still had that one remaining lap to go to get pole position, so he had time to improve on that. And then as they were going on to their final runs, as everyone was going on to their final runs, Danny Kvyat, who was pushing so hard on a lap, made a mistake. He crashed into the wall before the hairpin, and that brought out the red flag, and as a result the session was stopped, and as a result the race was the qualifying session was cancelled, meaning that Nico Rosberg was on pole position ahead of Lewis Hamilton. So Rosberg really taking advantage. So Nico Rosberg really grabbing that pole when it mattered, and when the time, Rosberg really getting that pole position at the right time there, to be honest. So yeah, I think Hamilton would be massively frustrated, to be honest, especially as he could have been on pole, because he was looking good on his lap, but had to back off obviously because of that incident. So yeah. but thankfully Kvyat was okay. He actually rolled the car as well. So as he basically hit the grass, the car flew into the barriers. He spun a little bit and then afterwards flipped upside down once. But thankfully after that he was okay. The car was massively destroyed, so they would have to rebuild a new one for the race. That meant he would have to start in pit lanes, unfortunate for him, but that's good to know he's okay, so yeah. So, moving on into the race, it was a good start by Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton gained the better start of Nico Rosberg, and as a result the two of them went side by side going into 1 and 2. Hamilton, having the inside line going into 2, managed to have high ground over Rosberg and managed to take the position off Rosberg for him to take the lead of the race. So yeah, and as a result as well, Nico, because of him almost going on the grass, pushed him down to the 4th. So he would have Vettel and Bottas to deal with to get to Hamilton. So yeah, and then going into the first pit stops. We saw Rosberg, we saw Bottas coming in first, so Bottas trying to cover off Rosberg's attack on Nico Rosberg. So Bottas trying to cover Rosberg's attack, and as a result, because of the undercut from Bottas was able to get ahead of Nico Rosberg, but not for long, as Rosberg got really close to the back of Valtteri Bottas and did a stunning move, a very stunning dive bomb, going into the hairpin. Bottas had to let him go when Rosberg was alongside. So as a result, Rosberg moved up into 3rd place. So a good move by Rosberg there, trying to recover from a bad start there. And then afterwards we saw a couple of battling going on between, particularly between Ericsson and Perez, which seemed to go on for quite a while. Until Ericsson runs wide and lets Perez through before going into the 130R. So yeah, good move by Perez. Very opportunistic in terms of benefiting from the mistake there. So yeah. Also we saw the Red Bulls moving up. Oh, by the way, the Red Bulls had a bit of an incident going on. I forgot to say about that. Yeah, Ricciardo basically tried to go through the middle of the Ferrari and the Williams and Massa, but as a result, but unfortunately, the rear left of Ricciardo, no, the rear right of Ricciardo, I believe, hit the front the front left of Ricciardo's car hit the front right of Massa's car. Massa's car, as a result, has a puncture on the front right. Ricciardo later on has a puncture on the right rear. And then as well too, Hulkenberg has the same thing as well. So yeah, Hulkenberg colliding with Sainz there, which gave Perez the puncture. I mean, so yeah. Excuse me. So yeah, Perez got a puncture via Sainz. It was a squeeze that did it. So yeah. So as a result, Ricciardo was at the back, but then he did close up to this little battle for 12th place. And yeah, and then as the leaders came to lap these lots, Kvyat did the most opportunistic thing ever. The most opportunistic move ever. I think he was going into turn 1, I'm not entirely sure, but basically as the Ferrari Raikkonen was going to lap these lot, Kvyat was right behind Raikkonen, and as a result, because of the blue flag effect, got ahead of Ericsson to get up to 13th. So great move by Kvyat there, very opportunistic, using the blue flags to his advantage. Yeah, so that's good to know. That's good to see there. And then after, I think Ricciardo did get ahead. I'm not quite sure where, but he did get ahead. So yeah, so good move by Ricciardo. Sucks really, to be honest. I mean, you know, it really sucks for Red Bull, to be honest, especially as they've been so strong in the past few years, to be honest. So yeah, unfortunate for that team, especially as well with the engine troubles they've been having. So yeah, hopefully they'll find an engine that will be good for them. So yeah, I know they're saying about Ferrari and all that kind of stuff, but with the Ferrari, they're basically giving Red Bull the 2015 spec rather than 2016. So yeah, to be honest, they don't really like that, to be honest. So I don't know what they're going to do afterwards. So yeah. Also we saw a spin. Will Stevens almost hitting Roberto Merri. Basically, as he was getting lapped, he clipped the apex, the outside apex coming out of 130R, and basically the car went to a sideways moment and almost clipping the side of Roberto Merri as he was trying to avoid that incident there. Very lucky from Will Stevens to not get clattered by other cars there, particularly his teammates. So yeah. And then afterwards, we saw a battle going on between Vettel and Rosberg, but that didn't really seem to spice up. To be honest, that didn't really seem to grow. To be honest, you know, as Rosberg pulled away from Vettel. So yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, Rosberg got ahead of Vettel via the pit stops, via the undercuts. So yeah, that's the reason why Rosberg was ahead of Vettel there. So yeah. But in the end, it was Lewis Hamilton who took the race win over Nico Rosberg behind him. Third was Sebastian Vettel. Fourth was Kimi Raikkonen. Fifth was Valtteri Bottas. Unlucky for Valtteri Bottas, he started third, dropped to fifth, so unfortunate for him. Just didn't have the pace to match the leaders, so yeah. Sixth was Hulkenberg. Seventh, I believe, was Grosjean. Eighth was Maldonado. Ninth was Sainz. 10th was Max Verstappen. So yeah, no, 9th was Max Verstappen. 10th was Sainz. So yeah, that was the top 10. A very, very good race indeed. A very enjoyable race. No, yeah, no, wasn't up there with Singapore, but still an enjoyable race nevertheless, especially with the battle for 12th place between Ericsson and Perez there. So yeah. As a result, like I said, Hamilton equals Ayrton's record of 41 wins, and to do it in Japan, where Ayrton made his mark at, wow, that's just crazy. That's absolutely crazy. A win in heaven for Hamilton, to be honest, particularly as he's matched his idol at one of his favourite circuits. So yeah, a very, very amazing achievement for a guy like him, to be honest. And I know what people are going to say, oh, the reason why he's got that amount of talent, the reason why he's got that amount of achievements is because he's got the best car. Well, you know, that's not true, to be honest, because, you know, there's still Rosberg, and Rosberg, if Rosberg was quicker, he could have easily, you know, beaten all, he could have you know, Rosberg, you know, Rosberg could have done the same thing as Hamilton, to be honest. So yeah, and you know, they're both equal in terms of pace. So I don't know why you would say Hamilton has got all this success because he's got in the best car, because he's still got Rosberg to deal with, and also the Ferraris as well. So yeah, for those who say like, oh, he's the reason why he's got all these achievements because he's got the best car. Well, he's still got Rosberg and the Ferrari. So yeah. So yeah, so that has been the 2015 Japanese Grand Prix, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then hit the like button below, subscribe if you're new, and also don't forget to check out my 2015 Aragon Grand Prix review, which is coming out soon. So yeah, so that's been this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button below, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I'll see you guys next. So boy, I'm out. Peace. Bright lights